So there's a recent happening in churches. Yes, you know I'm a church girl. And I think that it's about time we talk about it. That is, when a lady gets pregnant in the church and she's not married, that lady in some churches is actually punished. And you know how the punishment goes? You are taken off duty of whatever activity you do in the church, whether you are a chorister, whether you are an usher, whether you are a protocol, whatever, you are taken off duty. You don't go for communion. And sometimes you even sit at the back, tail end of the church, because why and then until you give birth, and then they lift you in front of the church, you don't participate in any activity in the church. Okay, that's one. And because of this, a lot of the young women get pregnant and they abort it. So abortion goes on and goes on in the church. And these young women, after some time when they get married and there are no children coming, it becomes another problem for the pastor, the church, to also pray and fast for. Others also get pregnant and they leave the church, go out and give birth and come back to the church. Today, that is what we are discussing. Our question is that the only way the church would use to punish pregnancy before marriage? And I have with me my sister Esther. I'll say Lady Esther Oparibia is here, right? Obribia. Lady Esther Obribia. Okay, so Esther, pregnancy before marriage and the church punishing you in addition. What do you think about it?
Okay, so first things first, we need to know the fact that having sex before marriage is a sin. God frowns upon it.
Okay.
But people still have sex. People still get pregnant. But we can't punish somebody for getting pregnant.
Okay.
In my church, we don't do that boss sign thing. Maybe you won't have a communion, but somebody will come and disgrace you, and we are still like loving and everything. I don't see why a church should punish someone for getting pregnant. What is the aim of punishing the person? What is sin? There are various sins in the Bible, but you don't punish somebody for lying, for stealing, for gossiping. So when it comes to getting pregnant, then you're punishing the person.
Because the stealing, they don't see. The lying, sometimes they don't know. But the pregnancy will come out. So
yes,
they see.
It's just unfortunate that pregnancy will come out. But we should rather show grace. Okay. I mean, the woman that the Pharisees brought, Jesus said, as go and sin no more. She had had like numerous sex partners, but Jesus said, go and sin no more. So why are we as human beings judging and punishing when God himself said, go and sin no more? We should learn to show grace.
Okay.
Rather than punish people.
But don't you think that if the church allows, for instance, I'm in the choir, and then suddenly I'm not married. Yeah, I am not married. And then I get pregnant, and they allow me to still sing in the church and all that. It will also encourage you. You too, you can get pregnant. Abba can get pregnant, and then everybody is getting pregnant like that. Wouldn't
I think it's the manner with which people do it, because naturally, when he gets pregnant, they themselves will shy.
Okay.
To come and stand in front there.
Okay.
No, they wouldn't want anyone, but they will feel themselves.
Self-conscious was.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're already feeling guilt about it. So you don't have to come and add on to their guilt.
What do you think the church can do? Because I think that once we have all agreed that it is not right for you to fornicate before marriage, which the Bible also says. I would not say have sex because there are different ways of fornicating. What can they do to, in a way, curb this menace of pregnancy before marriage and also not, sort of lose souls? You understand? What can we do different? Because now that's the norm. You get pregnant, you are banished from the church.
Well, we can encourage people. We can teach them about God's law and God's commandment, about how we are supposed to keep ourselves for our spouses.
They've taught that all over.
Yeah, and
it is always taught in the church.
Yes,
don't have sex, don't have sex. They are still having sex.
Yes,
what can we do now?
It's inevitable. Like there's some things that you would say, people will still do it. So then what this done is, you see, with this thing, it is the person and God in relationships. The person that's how it relates with God. Like, the person must have her own conviction that what I'm doing is bad. What you can do is to teach and to direct and to guide. But it all boils down to the person. Yes.
So they shouldn't judge them by banishing them in front of the church. Okay, so that will be all for today. We would like to know your story. if you are in a church, what do you do in your church when you get pregnant before marriage? Does the church punish you? Do they rip you off all your position and make you stay behind the church, the tail end of the church? Or you still go on with your normal activity? Let us hear from you. Until then, this is bye-bye.